So this is the second video that I'm recording of our of the epic dates with Zsavonne Perryman. Um, Unfortunately, this one is not going to be as poetic as the first, and there are specific reasons why. Sorry, in the background was my dog burping. Thank you, Amore. Go ahead, go sit down. Down. Good girl. Again, this wasn't as epic as the previous ones for a couple reasons. One, we talked about it at the first epic date, which was an amazing date. It went so well, and both she and I were talking about how long we've been out. I've never been on a first date that lasted that long. Anyway, I have my sons Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and because we got together on a Sunday, we said, well, it would be kind of rough for me to catch up with her on a Monday or Tuesday, but we obviously felt a connection because at the end of the date, we're actually even partway through the date, I asked her if she'd like to see me again, and she said yes. And she did that bright, wonderful smile that she always does. It's the most gorgeous thing ever anyway. I can't even describe it, but it's in every one of her pictures. So we said we would get together again, but on Wednesday, my next available day, it was actually her birthday, and that's a lot of pressure on two people for a second date. Think about, on the one hand, you're meeting someone for the second time. You don't want to get a gift or something and seem a little presumptuous, and then by getting a gift, it's like, well, what do you get? I know you a little, but not well enough to really, know a perfect gift to present. So I was torn about what to do. So I said, well, do you want to get together for your birthday? And she said she did, which that meant a lot to me, actually. Why would someone want to meet and have a date on their birthday unless they thought maybe there's something here? So I said I would love to, but she said the caveat, though, is that she always goes to a class at the gym at 7:30 on Wednesdays. So I get off at 4:30, and I said, well, I know you get off around 5 or so. Do you want to meet up at Bar Louie? And she said yes, she did, which I was honored, truly, because our two options were either I waited until after the gym, which would have meant that we wouldn't have gotten together until probably 9 o'clock, because she would have needed time to leave the gym and go get cleaned up. And I didn't feel that was probably appropriate at this time. I knew her. I felt like I was getting to know her really well, but I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on her to be hanging out late with some guy that she doesn't know that well. So we said we would meet before the gym, and we did. The date went off just fine, but we had conversations, but you have to consider the fact it was a short date. I remember seeing her in her professional attire. We talked a little bit on the phone about her professional attire and how she dresses and likes to look presentable and nice. I always try to look presentable and nice if I can, because that's just the way I've always thought you should dress when you go into an office. So it was nice seeing her in professional attire, because it just reinforced exactly how pretty I thought she was, and still do think she is. And it helped me see her dressed the way that in a professional fashion, manner, which is something that really appeals to me in a woman, is a woman that knows how to dress and put herself together. And so of course, the second date thing, let's face facts. Everyone goes to a second date hoping that the first date was not a fluke, because the first date could be just, I caught you on a witty day or whatever. Maybe you're putting up a complete front. Maybe you're not really who you present to be. And it was nice that she came to the second date exactly the same demeanor, that same, I don't want to say bubbly, but just it's almost an intoxicating, optimistic personality that she has, and it just really it really made me smile. So we joked and we laughed, and we had I think she had one martini. I had two martinis. I think I got her some food. I remember getting her some food. I think she might have had calamari or something of that nature. Again, I can't remember quite remember the details, but I do remember the important thing of that date is it reconfirming exactly how amazing I thought she was, and how much it built this anticipation for me to want to see her again. And so we discussed plans to meet for our third date, and that will be I guess part of my third video. So I'm looking forward to that one next, and that one's another epic date. So I'm looking forward to talking about this. So this was not so epic, but as much as it was a reconfirmation of epicness. I should have written on a piece of paper with the hashtag reconfirmation of epicness. Anyway, so I can't wait to hear what she has to say about our second date.